Hello and welcome! This video is about stables, and it is the building called stables in your camp or stable. We have a lot to cover in this video, and there's a lot of things you can do, and there's a lot to know about. So without further ado, let us get started. Here we go. So first things first, when you start out and you just get your camp, and you look around, you'll notice that there are buildings in there that are already placed down. And one of them is the stables, level 1. So you can see storage and rushboard and expedition gateway and all sorts of stuff. So I would normally advise you to go into build and build it, but like I said, it's already down, and you can store up to 4 horses and level them up through feeding. And if you're not sure how to get the feed, you just farm. Just farm normally anywhere in Elion or Hadum, and you'll build up the feed that you need, and you check the feed until full. So let's keep going. Here we go. So next would be the info tab. You can manage, deliver your horse, or awaken it to a dream horse. You can store more horses and feed when upgrading. We're at level 8. And it just says you can store up to 18 horses and you can store feed. So that is the info tab. Let's go to upgrade. So when you tap on the upgrade and go into it, you will see that it will display how many horses you can store right there at the top. And the feed, it just does more feed, and the requirements, each of the things you need, and how much it costs in silver and food. And then when you're ready and everything is light blue, tap on upgrade and you're set. Now the manage section, there is a lot to talk about here, but let's go over the interface as best we can. The stuff on your horse, when you tap on it, is on the left, and on the right I'm just showing that I have all different levels of tier horse except tier 1 on there. And then there is tabs for normal, desert, and everfrost, so you can see what you've accomplished here in desert. The Great Desert, you start out with the camel through the storyline, and over time you can get yourself a war elephant, or you can get the royal elephant, and that's through the valor. And it would be a rare drop that happens. And of course I didn't get anything for everfrost. Now I want to move into breed. This is where you take 2 horses that are level 10 and you breed them together to get the next tier level horse. So I'm going to show you that the success rate is 100% for everything except a certain level and your options. So I'm going to go through tier 2 to tier 3 and keep going. So this is going to kind of cut into it, so let's show you that. Here we go. Now I did fast forward so that I can blend all my tier 2 horses. Now I have a lot of tier 3 horses, and I want to show you when you have it and it's level 1, you tap right there, right on the circle, and it shows the experience it needed to get to the next tier level. But pay attention to that. It's about 2.8 million experience to go from tier 2 or to level up a tier 3 horse. So here we got 2 tier 3s, 100%. You can see now the options are different. I kind of wish we could keep a skin that we really like, because as you go up in the tiers, your options are different from 2, 3, 4, all the way going up. But, you know, for now, it's fine. So we're gonna keep combining our tier 3 horses into tier 4 horses. And there we go, and that's as far as we can go. So let's go back out. Oh, we can do the tier 6, but not yet. So tier 4, let's go ahead and get them from level 1 up to level 100. So let's tap on them again, and right there, tap on it. See, 4.9 million feed or experience, no, it's feed, to get them from 1 to 10. So it takes a while. Just farm as best you can, and you will get the thing maxed out, and you can level up your horse from 1 to 10. So now we're going to go from 4 to 5. Yep, we have another 5, so we can keep going with this. And notice that when I tap on the feed to level it up, it is now 10.6 million experience to get it up to level 10 for tier 5. So now that we have 2 of them, we can now combine them together. And let's go ahead and tap on appearance, and you see that the appearance is definitely different going into a tier 6, and it was 100%. So this is really nice. I really like the fact that it's 100% to get all the way up to I believe it's a tier 7 horse. I think it's up to tier 6. I might be wrong. No, I was right. Tier 6, 100% exchange, and look, the color options are different now to get into tier 7, and that is as far as we can go for 100% success. When you have tier 7 horses, the game is different. So we'll go ahead and confirm the exchange. That one looks nice. And there we go. That's not bad. Tier 2 all the way up to tier 7, 100%, no problem. It wasn't always like that. So for tier 7, let's go ahead and get, there we go, up to level 10. And you can see it really puts a big hit in my level 8 feed store. Really big hit. So let's go ahead and select those 2, and now it's different. You need a rainbow jewel fruit to be able to give yourself 10% success rate. Oh, actually it's a 10% success rate, and you need that to breed tier 7 horses. It's not an option, you have to have it. So let's go ahead and go out to the town and show you how to get it. So once you're in any town, you just tap up here on the top left, and you're looking for the livestock vendor. It's on the right hand side column, and his name is Doran. It looks like a bull with horns, or a cow with horns, or something like, it's a bull. Yeah. So head over to him or her, and once we get there, then we'll tap on their shop, and we can go over all the stuff that they have, and you will see what you need. So shop, and there it is, rainbow jeweled fruit. It is 100 million silver for one. This is not cheap, trying to go from tier 7 to tier 8. So I have a discount probably because of my fairy, and there's a discount in the shop. That's why you're seeing these discounts, and of course this is where you get all the Brits. But for horse taming, you're gonna need rope, horse taming rope, and you're also going to need the next one, raw sugar. And I also want to point out that the acquisition, in case you were wondering, is only from this guy, the livestock vendor. This is where you get it. This is the only place. So you want to stock up on a couple hundred of this if you can manage it. And then down here are coupons if you want to change your horse's name or the wagon name that you use in merchantry. So let's go ahead and go back to the stable. Now that you know how the rainbow jewel fruit works, I'm going to go over the appearances that you can select, and I'm going to just this once show you what it's like to go from tier 7 possibly to tier 8. I highly recommend you do this in bulk. Get a whole horde of tier 7s and do 5, 6, 7 of them in a row, and you'll increase your chances to get a tier 8. But if you just do like one a day, I think RNG is going to chew you up. So what I want to do now is move on to showing you where you get the horses. Here we go. So if you go to my channel, Archmage Magician, and you scroll down and you look at the table contents section, the first one, and you go all the way over to the second yellow book and just tap on it to get into it, and then pause it because it's just telling you how it works. And you look at the description field and you tap on the word more right there. So just tap on there, and there it is. All the links for horse capturing, horse training, legendary horses, even my attempts at Doom, you know, so you can see everything. I highly recommend the horse capturing tier 1 to tier 3. It is an old video, but the information is still valid. I actually use it today at the release of this video, the knowledge that it explains. So if I was to go into there, let me just move it over here. I made a map of what tier level horses you can find in the sections of the game. And you can see that it's outdated because there's no Camisylvia, no Dregan, no Everfrost, but this will give you a good start. So what I'd like to do is show you that I take the advice, and that is in South Media I go to Casula Farm, and you're looking at the mini map in the top left corner. You see where there's the horse head with the horseshoe. Those are locations where horses will be. And ultimately you just want to go in a circle from right to left all the way around, like counterclockwise or clockwise, your choice. But what I'm showing you is the process I do that got me all of those level 2s, and it showed you all the way up to level 7, or excuse me, tier 7 horse. So I'm feeding them to sugar, and this is what I was telling you. Get the rope, get some sugar, a couple hundred if you can, and then you tap on tame. And for my keyboard, it shows me you move the arrow keys up and down. So on your phone, it might be a little bit different. I'm not sure. I honestly don't do horse taming on the phone, but I could. So I don't know what would be easier. But if I tap down or up after capturing the horse, it immediately goes to the stable and it bypasses having to name your horse. So now I go to the next spot over here, and if you don't see a horse there, then you move on, which there is no horse there. So we'll come over here to the right, and I want to show you a couple of these so you can get the idea of the pattern. So you creep up a little bit until that icon of tame horse appears, and you tap on the rope in the bottom right corner, and you're doing that because you want to avoid being hit with damage when the horse rears up and stomps down. So I move in closer after it stomps down, feed it 2 sugar cubes, and then tap on tame. And here goes the mini game again. And as you can see, if it's all the way at the bottom, I just hold it down and it's in. So the next one, I was fortunate that it was still there. It's like nothing changed. So I move it all the way up and then just kind of tap to get it to where I need, and there it is. Now, I should point out, not every time you're gonna succeed in getting a horse. So there are times where you do all this and it said the horse got away, and that's okay, but it's a low percentage, like say 1 in 5 horses you capture. But for this video and for the time I spent, which was probably 30 minutes or less, once you get the hang of the rhythm and the pattern, you'll just fill up your stable and you'll have a whole bunch of horses, and then it's down to, did you max out your feed so you can level them up and keep leveling them, and when you have time, go back out here or wherever on the map and get yourself some more horses. So as you can see, playing the game again, just gonna move it all the way down. And after this, we'll go ahead and head back to the camp and move on with the interface. But I wanted to show you all the components that are required in stable or stables. And there it is. That horse is now sent, so let's go ahead and move back. Here we go. So now we're going to go into Horse Delivery and Dream Horse Awakening combined. Those last 2. You're going to meet this guy named Krugdalo, I believe is how you pronounce it. And he wants your tier horses, the ones you don't want. As you can see, I covet my tier 8 horses for merchantry and for just generally getting around. And you want to get these materials by giving him the horses. But first I want to show you why. So if you're trying to go for a dream horse, like say Doom, I have 27 attempts out of 100, And there it is right there. Krogdalos Spirit Stone. The material he gives you for turning in horses, you get it from Patrigio, Merchantry, and the horse delivery. So you need 200 of these for one attempt. And then the Spirit Tulip, if you're wondering, it says 100%, but it really just gives you a success rate of 2%. So don't be sad. It's anything that helps to get you what you need when you're trying for a dream horse. And of course the glowing root, just look at my dream horse video and I'll tell you in detail more about all of this. So let's oh, and of course, yes, if you tap on here, it just lets you know that, hey, when you get up to 100 or less, you're gonna get a dream horse for sure. So now that you know it's 200 for one attempt at a dream horse, let's show you what you get when you turn in all the tiers of horse you can. So we'll start with tier 3. You get one material, one Krogdalos Spirit Stone. I know it hurts, but a legendary horse is really supposed to be hard to get. That's why it's called legendary. And tier 4, you get 2. And you're starting to see the theme. Tier 5, you get 3. And when you turn in a tier 6, it jumps up to 5. And now you can see why it's 100% to level these up to tier 7. See, tier 7 is 9. At least if you get a lot of 9, or get a lot of tier 7s at 9, that's fine. Oh, I want to show you tier 8, but we'll pick on Sunspot here, and I need to remove him from my merchantry wagon. So, sorry, come along with me while I go ahead and do that and show you that process. It's been a while. There we go, we removed him, and I thought, oh hey, great, let's turn him in. Nope, you must remove the barding on your horse. So let's go ahead and do that. Just tap here, and I am going to show you what it's like when you put the barding back on, but for now let's go back, and there it is, 100 for a tier 8, and after that is a dream horse. So this is why you just got to keep at it to get a lot of tier 8s to accomplish succeeding in tries for a dream horse. So let's move on and show you a bit about the barding. Here we go. So now that I showed you how to easily take it off and unequip it, let's show you how to put it back. So you go back into manage, you tap on Sunspot, your horse, and you tap on the left hand side where it says equip barding. And all of them will increase the horse's inventory limit by 500 LT, which is the weight that it can carry more things. As you can see, all of the barding that I am tapping on, it's all the same. So now I kind of was wondering which one was it that I originally chose. I think it was this one. I'm not sure. I want to at least show you all the other bardings that you can choose. This is purely a preference thing of what you think looks really cool, and that one's kind of neat. But I'm going to just show this mistake where I equipped this one and I thought it was the one that I needed. So I went back out, went over to the wagon with a trading post, and then manage wagon, and look, no, he just does not look the same. I messed up somewhere, so let's go back and correct it, because I like all the horses to look the same. It just is a prestige thing, you know, for me personally. So let's go back to our Sunspot, tap on that, tap on barding, unequip, tap it again, and let's see, which one was it? Yep, there it is, Dragon Scale. So we're all set, and now that you have an idea on how all this works, including barding, it's time for our outro. Here we go. So on behalf of Archmage and myself, Magi, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the videos on this channel, please like, subscribe, let people know I am always making more videos, and there are always more videos left to do. So once again, thank you very much, and you have a great day. Take care. Bye now.